All right, so we're back. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's tell them how they can get in touch with the show there, Josh. 706-889-9700, chief at FetcherNews.com. It is sitting here all the time. I should check it. Anytime you have anything you want to text, call with a news tip, right there it is. Also, all the social media ways you can follow the show. Now, what we're talking about right now is the media they're in panic. They're in panic because they're realizing out of 23 candidates, they have not gotten they do not have one candidate that is exciting their voters, exciting independents, maybe even exciting Republicans to cross over and vote. And they're in panic mode. I mean, they are out there. Nancy Pelosi is swearing we can win by just saying health care. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say it worked. I don't want to get into the 2018 and start drilling down on what really happened there. Remember, in 2018, the media ran cover, right? Does that shock you? About the border. We all know, and all of the media outlets know, that the border is a crisis. There's a crisis on our border. But remember, right before the election, the media helped run and carry the water, run the narrative that there was no crisis. It was manufactured and made up. And Trump was saying it, right? Anyhow, that being said, Pelosi wants to say, hey, our health care, we can win. You have candidates out there talking about $5 trillion, 12 years. I mean, I'm going to let you know, whether you like it or not. I know you're wanting to look at my expiration date here, but heck, 12 years, even I make it, hopefully. I mean, hey, I got to put it in the good Lord's hands. Hopefully I make it, but 12 years. They're predicting our demise within 12 years. If we don't spend $3 to $5 trillion and take on fossil fuel, I predict, even young Americans, I predict it's going to be a long time before we want to give up our automobiles. We really like them. Now, there has been a lot, and I don't want to get off the direction here, there's been a lot done to try to move everybody to a central location so you can take part in public transportation, and you do not have to have that pesky car. So that's something we'll go into in another time. They don't like you living out in the country and having to drive to town to get your groceries. So anyhow, there's a crack in the blue wall. Their nerves are shot. Now, let's go with 25. I think I just had that up. There's number 25. Okay. All right. And then you got, let me get all of the Trump ones I can. Let's go to number 30, a roaring rally. Trump slams Biden's Dems, touts economy in Pennsylvania. Montour, Serville, PA, okay, middle of nowhere. 15,000 show up, all right? And I'm going to see if I can get this other picture I want. Number 38, their heads are spinning off. This is 4 a.m. 4 a.m. on CNN. First report of the morning. Trump targets Biden, okay? And let's see if I have any others, and then I want to go back. They're following, all right, let's go to 45, CNN at 4:04 a.m. Trump's recent rallies. He has to be afraid, folks. We're going to tell you Trump's afraid. We're freaking out inside here. Trump holds rally in Pennsylvania, tells voters in Keystone State Biden deserted you. But as we look, Trump has been in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Panama Beach, Florida, and Green Bay, Wisconsin. And many are saying without these states, he cannot win. I tell you, they are melting down. They're asking, look, I tell you, there's a newsroom somewhere. There's a newsroom somewhere, okay, that is looking at this picture, number 25, okay? No, that's not the one they're looking at. They're looking at number 4. Let's go to number 4, okay? All right, and you know what? These people are crowded up waiting for Air Force One to land. And 15,000 people arrived, probably 10,000 outside, probably 70,000 applied for tickets, okay? Or signed up, and they're waiting. Are they waiting for the door of Air Force One to open and the President of the United States to appear so they could yell, "Why are you disregarding subpoenas from Congress?" Is that the chant you heard last night with these people? Why will you not let Don McGahn testify? We showed up. 15,000 Americans showed up. We want to know why. Did you hear that last night? 15,000? Did 15,000 show up and start chanting, "Where are your tax returns, Mr. President? We need to see them. That's why we're here"? Did they? No. The American people say no. Okay? Let me get another one here. This is what's spinning their heads off. They don't want to talk about it. I think I have one more, or maybe it just didn't show up. Josh, let me see if I can find that last one I was looking for. Let's go ahead and go to number 2. Trump pulls this guy out of the crowd. It was absolutely neat. There's the guy with the brick suit on. I didn't look up who he is, but he comes out of the crowd last night. Build me. The media is roaring on that one. And 37, this is all they can come up with. This is it. Biden kicks off 2020 presidential campaign in Philadelphia. They gave out blue shirts. Where's the crowds? Did you go on any media outlet and see the wide views of thousands? Did the city of Philadelphia close streets for this guy? I mean, because they were pouring down the streets. Thousands on a Saturday, nothing else to do. It looks to me the weather is conducive for a good crowd, a good, presidential launch. This is all we got. Then you have over here, okay, this guy right here, and we're going to end this segment. But then you got this guy right here. Where's he at? Last night before Sunday night, and I watched it, and I can't get this hour of my life back. I had him right here just a minute ago. I'm sorry. I know where he's at here. Number 36, okay? I mean, Chris Wallace did everything he can. The Democrats had to stage a room in New Hampshire. They had to put about 300 there. I don't know if you've ever been to a studio. I went to Fox made it look like there was an enormous amount of people. I'll never forget when I went to the Tonight Show years ago in Hollywood. I went to see Jay Leno. Robin Williams was the guest that night. I went to see Jay Leno. And, when you watch the show, the camera made it look like, there's 1,000 people. But, it's not 300 people up there for the Tonight Show, if that many, 250. But it's very small. That's what Fox did. They tried to create a room that looked like that people packed this area. I'm going to say 300, tops 5, all invited. Nobody pushed back. All of the questions were made perfect. Now, like I said, Brett Baer and Martha McCallum did a little pushback on Bernie, okay, but not this guy here, okay, Chris Wallace. They manufactured this, gave him a standing ovation. Democrats are doing everything to see if they can find a candidate that there's some sort of enthusiasm for. Look at this one here, okay? Number 35, all right? I said jokingly, but I know it's true. Kamala Harris rallies 4,500 in Los Angeles. Who couldn't get 4,500 in Los Angeles, especially when you're offering, you know, citizenship and benefits and everything to go for illegals? I mean, I said jokingly, but I bet it's true. They probably had a 4,500. There may have been as many as 4,000 that were illegal showed up. I mean, but they put a number up here trying. They're doing everything, pay attention, to create that there's some enthusiasm out there for one of these Democrat candidates, just one. Biden, they never put a number of attendance in Philly. They never showed a wide shot. But they're doing anything to try to create. There is enthusiasm for candidates against Trump. Not just one, candidates plural. No, there's not. There's no enthusiasm in this country for any candidates that has been put up against the President of the United States. And I will say last but least, and Kamala Harris, you know, they're throwing darts at the wall to see what sticks. I mean, she introduced a plan to close the gap, the wage gap between men and women, Hispanic women, Latinos, females, black women, white women. I don't think white women made the list, but anyhow, she wants to close the gap. They're trying to find anything, all right? And I'll give you the last one, and this is sad. This is absolutely pathetic. It really is. I mean, if I was this guy, I would go home and I wouldn't come back out. I mean, I don't make light of, you know, I would go sit in a dark room for a while. I wouldn't come out. I mean, I would not show my face like a damn groundhog for God knows how long. Number 27, all right? O'Rourke hoping to recapture momentum. In Texas, remember when he ran against Ted Cruz? The only reason he came anywhere close was that the media was able to zero in and focus on him as a rock star. They created him as a star. And then they only showed you bits and pieces of Francis O'Rourke. You did not know anything about Francis O'Rourke. They tried to create him as a rock star in Texas. They tried to make it look like this guy was the next coming behind Barack Hussein. Remember, wasn't he created for this? Remember his comment, I was created for this? And then what did I say? If you watch this show, when this guy started, when they started a couple weeks in advance, was he going to run? And they were building up the hype. And remember, he had a $6 million haul in his first week of fundraising. This guy did. And as they were building up the hype 2 weeks in advance, what did I say on this show about Francis O'Rourke? I said right here on the show, I said, you know what? We will see him and he will be over. He will be over as fast as he enters because we will see him. We will know who he is. And when you find out he's empty and he has nothing, I said it here way before he announced, that you will find out he has nothing to offer and that the media totally created him in Texas. He comes out and makes a total, fool of himself. And the media is like, oh, what did we do here? He even has Obama's people. Yeah, Obama's people start flocking to him because he's supposed to be Beto O'Rourke. And even Obama, he doesn't say it, thinks, I don't know, I see something in this guy. So some of his people go to help him. Immediately, he tanks. He can't get 35 people at a college. I mean, this guy's got it so bad, he went to a college and went to the restroom. Reports say the guy next to him said, hey, are you here to see that O'Rourke guy too? That is me. Now he's hoping to recapture momentum. And you know who he's hoping will do it for him? Fox News. This guy is begging, hey, Fox News, save me. Folks, I don't know if I'm getting anywhere this morning I just want to say, obviously on a daily basis, go to number 4. When you see this, okay, when you see this waiting for the plane to arrive, and they're not in union shirts, and they're not holding union signs, and they're not all wearing one color, all right? When you see this for Joe Biden, when you see this for Kamala Harris, when you see this for Francis, when you see this for Mayor Pete, when you see this for anybody other than Donald J. Trump, then we will get concerned. Until then, stay the course, stay focused. Don't let the media keep telling you that they're holding up 5 fingers when it's only 4. Don't let the media keep spinning the lies they're telling you. Don't let the media keep putting out polls saying that, when you see this, okay, relax. Look at how, let me say this, give me this one right here and I'll take a break. When you see this right here, number 28, okay, and they can't get 300 people to come to a rally or 2,500, okay, without pushing them, begging them, prodding them, or paying them, all right? Stay away from that right now. Stay focused in your local party. Let me tell you something. You have to get your candidates where you live elected. You have to you're the most effective. You are the most effective right where you're at this morning, wherever it may be. That's where you're effective. You need to get your candidates elected. You need to get the president reelected. And you don't need to buy into this because they're the ones that's unhinged. They are scared to death. They can't find the first candidate that has an ounce of enthusiasm even in their party. Their party don't show up. Friggin' Philadelphia has got, 1 million Democrat voters and you can't get 2,500 of them? Let me tell you one more thing out there in Pennsylvania. Remember, it's not going to play in Pennsylvania, right? All these abortion laws. Oh my God, Trump's had it now. He's lost this vote and that vote. I don't think, heck, can you go back to that other picture? And I'll quit telling a white lie, number 4. And here's what I think, folks. I don't think these people waiting said, Mr. President, I am tired of the support you your pro-life positions. We're tired of it right here in Pennsylvania. Oh my, let's see, that's Pennsylvania. Huh. Didn't I tell you the other day, Pennsylvania is a pro-life state and they just don't like to talk about it? I'm your host, BKP. I got to take a break.